Vice Chancellor, University of Maiduguri, that has just joined us. That is Professor Muhammad L. Lile, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations and coordinating DIG for the North Central Zone of this country, the Commissioner of Police from Benue State, CP Yabane Steve, the Commissioner of Police in charge of the Federal Capital Territory, CP Bennett Igwe, and of course, officers from the Office of the National Security Advisor that are here present. Let me especially welcome as we receive the students, our brothers, sisters, our children, the medical students from the University of Jos and Maiduguri that have just been recently rescued, the parents of these brothers of these students, and I can see, or I have one representative of the Nigerian Medical Association that is here with us, other very senior officers, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to the press briefing by the Inspector General of Police at the Force Headquarters, Louisiana House in Garki, Abuja here. This press briefing centers on addressing many topical issues, particularly the rescue of our brothers and sisters who were kidnapped on the 15th of August 2024 at Ojano Village, Ohio, in the local government area of Benue State, and were rescued on 22nd of August 2024. You recollect that the students were actually traveling to attend the annual convention of the Federation of Catholic Medical and Dental Students in Enugu State before this ugly incident. We are happy that we have them alive. In the course of rescuing them, we are able to even rescue additional 7 Nigerians who are being in captivity with this bad elements who are terrorizing our country. Very senior officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I want to respectfully invite the Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, PhD, NPM, and fellow Society for Peace Studies and Practice, to please address the media and this good gathering tonight. The IGP, sir. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, represented by Mr. Michael Oglegba, the Commissioner for Finance, Benue State, the Vice Chancellor, University of Jos, Professor Tanko Ishaya, the Vice Chancellor, University of Maiduguri, Professor Mohammed Mele, representatives of the Nigerian Medical Association who are here present, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations, DIG Ede Ayuba, very senior police officers who are here present, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with a deep sense of relief that I brief you on a successful operation conducted by the Nigerian Police Force, which resulted in the rescue of 27 innocent citizens on 22nd August 2024. These victims had been abducted by a dangerous criminal gang in Benue State. Among those rescued were 20 medical students of the University of Jos and University of Maiduguri who were cruelly taken abducted while in transit to Enugu on 15th August 2024. Other passengers, 5 of them, and 2 other victims who had previously fallen victim to these heinous criminals were also freed. The successful rescue of these 27 individuals was achieved without the payment of any ransom. This success was made possible through the support received from the Office of the NSA, the activation of security network, intelligence, synergy with other security agencies, community engagement, and deployment of our highly skilled and tactical officers, whose dedication, bravery, and precision in executing their duties are truly commendable. During the operation, our officers engaged the kidnappers in a well-coordinated tactical offensive. I am pleased to inform you that the kingpin of this notorious gang was neutralized during an exchange of fire with our operatives, while 2 other members of the gang were arrested and their weapons recovered. These individuals are currently in our custody, where they are providing valuable information that will help us dismantle their criminal network and prevent future occurrences of such abductions. It is pertinent to state that rescue operations of this magnitude are painstakingly difficult and complex, requiring not only deployment of massive resources, but also physical courage, meticulous planning, and coordination. In this regard, I must extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Office of the National Security Advisor, whose support was instrumental in this operation. I must place on record the personal commitment of the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, to the success of the operation that led to the successful rescue of these victims. Mr. President gave us a marching order. He told us that he wants his children back. And since then, we have not been sleeping. I also wish to acknowledge the invaluable contributions of other security agencies who partner with us, as well as the local vigilantes who played a crucial role in ensuring the success of this mission. This success is a demonstration of what can be achieved when we work together towards a common goal. Let me take this opportunity to address all Nigerians, particularly the relatives of those who have been victims of such criminal acts in the past. We understand the anxiety and pain that families experience during these trying times. However, we urge you to cooperate with the police and other security agencies when such situations arise. It is only through cooperation and trust that we can effectively carry out our constitutional mandate of securing lives and property. We remain resolute in our commitment to rid our nation of criminal elements who seek to disrupt the peace and security of our society. The Nigerian Police Force will continue to employ every lawful means at its disposal to protect the lives and property of all Nigerians, while strongly determined to ensure that those who choose to engage in criminal activities are brought to justice. As we continue to advance our efforts in combating crime across the country, I assure you that we will remain vigilant, proactive, and relentless in our pursuit of a safer Nigeria where the security of every Nigerian and residents in our great country is our top priority. And we will not rest until every citizen can go about their daily lives free from fear and intimidation. Once again, I commend the bravery and professionalism of our officers, and I thank all the agencies and individuals who contributed to the success of this operation. Together, we will continue to strive towards a safer, more secure Nigeria. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I think that was too small for the Inspector General of Police. For now, we are the happiest people on earth because we have our brothers and sisters back in our midst. And I'm sure if you ride a horse within the abdomen of any of the vice chancellors that are here. Even the IGP, I'm sure, even the Mr. President will be very, very happy today to have our brothers and sisters back. So in as much as we are not mourning anybody here, I still want to give Nigerian another round of applause for having them alive in our midst. Thank you so much. The IGP, sir, I don't know how we're going to take it, but I'm sure you may want to have one or two words from the vice chancellors that are here, and possibly the rep of the governor. And I've been told that the NBA has a goodwill message for us. So maybe I start from here. NMA, Nigerian Medical Association. Where's the doctor here? He belongs to the association of the youngest doctors in Nigeria. Those are the mentors to our students that have done the rescue. So he has a goodwill message for this country and of course to encourage the victims and the rescue. I give you 30 seconds. Don't greet anybody, just go straight.
Thank you very much. Please a goodwill message from the Second Vice President on behalf of the Nigerian Medical Association. The Nigerian Medical Association is excited by the news of the release of the 19 kidnapped students and doctors. We pray that this sad occurrence doesn't happen again, as we wish our students a speedy recovery from the physically and emotionally traumatizing situation of being in captivity for 8 days. We thank the government and security agencies for their efforts, especially the National Security Advisor, the IG of Police, and the DG of DSS. In the same vein, we appreciate the Benue State Governor and the security agencies in the state. We applaud the parents of the abductees for their patience and efforts during this period. As an association, we are concerned about the security of health personnel across the country. We still have doctors in captivity, most notably Dr. Ganiat, who was abducted 8 months ago in Kaduna State. Hence, we urge the government to double its efforts in this regard. Thank you. This is from Dr. Osha Anenda, the Second Vice President of the NMA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. This is an assurance that those in captivity anywhere in Nigeria must be rescued alive. We have taken it as a responsibility to do that, and all of us will not rest on hands to make sure that is done. I want to pass the mic to the Vice Chancellor, University of Jos. He has been on grant. Let's allow the Vice Chancellor really make the rest before he will speak, because he just came in and he just joined us. So can you pass the mic to the Vice Chancellor? University.
The Inspector General of the Nigerian Police of the Federation, the Deputy Inspector General. Sorry? Thank you very much. The Inspector General of the Nigerian Police of the Federation, IGP Kayode, and all the Deputy IGPs that are here present, His Excellency the Governor of Benue State, my colleague, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Maiduguri, all the senior police officers that are here present, the parents of the kidnapped students, and our own dear students, distinguished guests here, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure today to have the opportunity that the IGP has given us, to convey our message on behalf of the Governing Council of the University of Jos, the Senate, and indeed the entire University of Jos community, to stand here or sit here to express our profound gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who directed that the students who were kidnapped must be rescued. And of course, that directive has been taken or were taken seriously by the Inspector General of Police, the National Security Advisor, the government of Benue State, and the entire security agencies that have worked tirelessly to ensure that today we can smile, that today we are having our students back, and we are gratitude to all the efforts that these security agencies have put in. Indeed, this successful operation, I believe, is a demonstration to Nigeria that indeed we have security agencies that are determined to provide a safe environment for this country. I'm sure a majority of us, when this thing happened, we weren't quite sure what was going to happen. But we took the plunge immediately as a university, reported to all the security agencies, and they took everything possible. They made everything possible. I must IGP commend, your men who worked under very, very difficult circumstances, very difficult terrain, to be able to rescue our students. And I of course understand how difficult that terrain is. I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate and thank all Nigerians, because indeed all Nigerians have been praying. While your men was in the bush, Nigerians were praying for your men, actually, and the students to be rescued appropriately and bring them back safe and sound. I want to also commend the patience of the parents. We have been in touch. We have been in communication with the parents since the kidnap started. I want to commend them because it was not easy for the communication for them, for us to even from time to time convince them that indeed the security agencies are at work, and assure them that by the grace of God, the security agencies are going to bring back these students unhurt. We are happy, and we want to thank you most sincerely. We want to thank the cooperation of everybody. I want to assure you, IGP, sir, that because we know that these our students have gone through trauma, psychological and physical trauma. As a university, we have already arranged and prepared that as soon as we hand over these students to us, we're going to camp them somewhere where we are going to provide, counseling, guidance and counseling before they are actually reintegrated back into the society. We may assume that, some of the trauma that because they are looking very, very physical and healthy, but we believe that they require a kind of guidance, particularly counseling, that will make them, overcome the trauma and the experience that they have had. And I can assure you that as soon as the students are at our hands, we are going to collaborate with the parents to ensure that is being provided by the university, particularly the University of Jos. Even the students that are coming from Maiduguri actually took off from the University of Jos. So that is why I was saying, even if the VC of Maiduguri is not here, I'm here in proxy to represent both the universities. So I want to thank you once again. I want to thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his love for this particular country. The demonstration is very clear, and we believe that and pray actually for the security agencies that God will continue to give them the wisdom and what it takes in order to continue to fight, for this particular country. I must commend a few people who were actually on ground, people from the office of the NSA, whom we were in touch all through, and they kept assuring us. ACP Martins, I'm sorry I'm mentioning your name. And a lot of them, actually, the police that have been, the police commissioner from Benue State, they have all been wonderful and very, very supportive, actually, for this particular instance. So I want to thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
the Inspector General of Police, Your Excellency, Your Campaign State Immediate Representative, Vice Chancellor, University of Jos, other senior police officers here present, parents of our dear students, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is really a very emotional moment for all of us. We were really so saddened when we got the news of the kidnap, and we were not really resting. We were so sad, but then we kept in touch with the security agencies, as the DC of you just said, and we are really happy that we have a police force that is capable of performing this miracle. Because I'm sure most people were pessimistic at the beginning, but people were praying. So I would like to, first of all, sincerely thank the President of this country, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Inspector General of Police, other security agencies for their effort, which has yielded fruit. We do not pray for this kind of thing to happen again, but we are confident that we have a police force capable of protecting the life of Nigerians. So I would not like to take much of our time, but I would like to thank everybody that is involved in this very courageous operation to rescue our students. And I would like to assure our students that the University of Maiduguri, and of course the University of Jos, will continue to provide for you all the necessary support to make you cope with this trauma and to have you back in classes to continue with your studies. On this note, I would like to sincerely thank you, the Inspector General, and all other officers. Thank you very much.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Jos and Maiduguri, very senior police officers. I want to recognize my continuous police officers. Our dear students, I bring greetings from Reverend Father Dr. Hyson Yonemalia, the Executive Governor of Benue State, who would have loved to be here personally. He is so excited and happy at what has happened. His first thanks go to the President, who has a special place in his heart for Benue, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The NSA, who has spent countless hours on the phone with our governor to ensure that this happens. The IGP, who has spared no cost and no personnel to ensure that this happens. I also want to thank specially, usually the unsung heroes in this kind of transaction, the people who gave information on the ground, our community, who were part and parcel of this operation. My governor sent me here with a message, first to the police. He said, Governor Ali is a spiritual person. It is no surprise that this miracle happened in Benue. As you know, he's the only sitting Reverend Father who is a governor also. Before his foray into politics, he was a Reverend Father. This miracle happened in Benue. He's here to say that this is a moment of pivotal change in the way things happen in Nigeria. This is a moment we'll look back and say, this is when it first happened. That these people are on the run. They're on their back. They have turned their back and they're running. IGP, this is the moment you've proven that they are on their run. Things have turned for the better. This is a message from a spiritual person to Nigeria and to the police. So he explains his special thanks to you, and he says that people love to say the things are not working, but this is the moment that we must celebrate. I hope we heard when the IGP said no ransom was paid. It is difficult to rescue this number of people in an open field, in a terrain known by the enemy but unknown by your men. So this is no main fate. It is not something that just happens. It is something that we talked about in time to come. And this is a time that Nigeria will look back and say, this is when we turned the tide on insecurity and the many things that bedevil our nation. Hope was returned. Hope is here. And I want to thank the gallant men that went after these people and turned this and made this happen. To our students, you heard the NSA. He said, please go about your business. You're not alive today because of fear. You are going to go about with courage, despite what has happened to you. Go. Be successful. Prove that Nigeria has not spared its best to save you for nothing, right? Be there for the country. To the parents who stood and prayed with us throughout, thank you. The whole country, we are all awake praying for you, hoping that the social media was agog with prayers and everything that you must come back. So please prove Nigeria right by being the best you can, the best doctors, the best whatever it is you're studying. And the rest of the police, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for Benue State. And in Benue State, we've had our fair share of security challenges, especially in the past. Things have taken a turn for the better with the coming of this present government. If you notice, the whole scale, industrial scale killings that used to happen in Benue have reduced to a minimum. We're not there yet, but we're moving towards that place. And thanks to our gallant police force and the members of the security forces that are working with us. So for our students also, our governor says he will do whatever it takes to settle you back in school. So we'll be liaising with the vice chancellors to see how, because this happened in our domain. While you were in Benue, you were our responsibility. Thank God you are back here. So we're working with the vice chancellors of the universities to make sure that you are settled in and that you are safely reunited in school. Wish you all, thank you so much. God bless.
Okay, John, I'll answer that for the governor. We've all been talking about the students. I'm sure we're aware that there were some people who were rescued who are not students, who are in captivity for some time. So I'm extending all the Google messages to those who are not students, but have been rescued by our operatives who actually carried out this operation. On that note, I have the permission of the IGP to allow gentlemen of the press to raise one or two issues and intervention from you. I just want us to be within the context of this ceremony today. Don't digress because we have no time. If you want another issue, we'll discuss any other time to go. Do you have any other thing? I can see Lucky is not. Okay, Charles.
IGP, sir. Good evening, sirs. My name is Lucky Sawood. I work for Channels Television. So, first, I want to commend the police and the other security agencies for this swift response to the rescue of the students. But my question is, what message of assurance do you have for others who are still in captivity? Will you be deploying this amount of energy and effort to ensure their rescue? And secondly, I also want to commend the FCT police to do averting what would have been a bloodshed when the prescribed veterans came out to protest after their possession. And the Public Relations Department quickly issued a statement that really assisted in the journalists.
Thank you so much. I don't know what's Ransom did to you that you are commending Ransom here. Okay. From you, Daily Trust. You actually did well. You did well. Thank you. Thank you. Any other one? Are we good to go? That's all. Jenny, okay? Ferdinand, you good? The IGP, that is only information from them. They want assurances for those who are still in captivity and to all Nigerians that were indeed capable of equating to them perfect security networking in this country. So the IGP, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Lucky for the question. Yeah, my message to those who are still in captivity and to their family members is that they should not lose hope. If we can achieve this, then we can resolve all other kidnap cases that are still pending. Those that are still in captivity of kidnappers, there is hope that they will soon be rescued. We are already at the turning point. Things are going to turn for better from now on. You know, when you want to determine the turning point in your graph, for those who study mathematics, and I'm sure everybody must have offered the subject mathematics in school. If you want to find the turning point of a graph, you can easily find it by just differentiating the equation. You find where dy dx is 0, then that is where the turning point is. So we have reached that point now that things will now start going back. It has gone up, it will now start declining. So that is that point that we are now. So I can assure you that those that are still in captivity will have hope of getting them out very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, the Inspector General of Police, the Vice Chancellors of Unijos and Maiduguri, the DIG operations, and of course, I know you are happy because this is your domain. That is DIG coordinating North Central Zone, and other commissioners of police, very senior officers from the tactical units, and of course from FCT that are here with us, and from the Office of the National Security Advisor. The parents that are here, I know you are very happy to see your children back, and of course the children, I'm sure this is not what you experience in the bush.
Yes.
Every event in life becomes a history, and what you have experienced is for you to know that God is on your side and you have so many things to do in the future. You go back to your school and make sure you come out in flying colors. That is the major thing you can do to appreciate your parents and appreciate the government and those that have put in all they have to rescue you. On that note, the IGP, we are going to close. We are going to close this event tonight. Now, I think it's past 6, but we can still do. I want us to take the first stanza of the national anthem. We are not going to use any machine. We are going to use our mouth to sing it and appreciate what God has done and to appreciate Nigeria as a nation. Can we please take the...
That's the press briefing which had the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, addressing the press on the release of kidnapped medical students, where he confirmed that 19 medical students were released and no ransom was paid. He also talked about, arrests of the kingpin of the criminal gang, and also commended the National Security Advisor on the rescue of the kidnapped victims. In that press briefing was also the Vice Chancellor of University of Johnson, that's Tanko Ishaya, thanking parents of the released kidnapped victims for their patience, as well as security operatives. He also talked about counseling for the students' release in order to help them overcome any form of trauma. The IGP also gave assurance that those still in captivity should not lose hope, and their parents remain hopeful as rescue efforts are underway. the close of a press briefing where we had the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, talk about the release of the kidnapped medical student. He also talked about, no ransom being paid, securing the release of this 19 medical students, and also the commended efforts of security operatives in ensuring the rescue of the victims. He also assured parents of those who have their family members in captivity to have hope and remain that rescue efforts are on the way.